Breaking news, March 1st, 1917. Washington reveals German plot against U.S. Astounding German-Mexican plot to make war on United States. Teutons urge Mexico to ask Japan to join the alliance and wrest New Mexico, Texas, and Arizona from the Union. Documents sent to Bernstorff in hands of American government since Wilson broke with Berlin. New credence to reports of sub-bases in Gulf of Mexico. Virtually active war against U.S. Washington, February 28th. The Associated Press is enabled to reveal that Germany, in planning unrestricted submarine warfare and counting its consequences, proposed an alliance with Mexico and Japan to make war on the United States if this country should not remain neutral. Japan, through Mexican mediation, was to be urged to abandon her allies and join in the attack on the United States. Mexico, for her reward, was to receive general financial support from Germany, reconquer Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, lost provinces, and share in the victorious peace terms Germany contemplated. Details were left to German Minister von Eckert in Mexico City, who, by instructions signed by German Foreign Minister Zimmermann at Berlin, January 19, 1917, was directed to propose the alliance with Mexico to General Carranza and suggest that Mexico seek to bring Japan into the plot. These instructions were transmitted to von Eckert through von Bernstorff, former German ambassador here, now on his way home to Germany under a safe conduct obtained from his enemies by the country against which he was plotting war. Germany pictured to Mexico by broad intimations, Britain and the Entente allies defeated, Germany and her allies triumphant, and in world domination by the instrument of unrestricted submarine warfare. Zimmermann's instructions. A copy of Zimmermann's instructions to von Eckert, sent through von Bernstorff, is in possession of the United States government. It is as follows. Berlin, January 19, 1917. On the 1st of February, we intend to begin submarine warfare unrestricted. In spite of this, it is our intention to endeavor to keep neutral the United States of America. If this attempt is not successful, we propose an alliance on the following basis with Mexico, that we shall make war together and together make peace. We shall give general financial support, and it is understood that Mexico is to reconquer the lost territory in New Mexico, Texas, and Arizona. The details are left to you for settlement. You are instructed to inform the President of Mexico of the above in the greatest confidence as soon as it is certain that there will be an outbreak of war with the United States, and suggest that the President of Mexico, on his own initiative, should communicate with Japan, suggesting adherence at once to this plan, at the same time offer to mediate between Germany and Japan. Please call to the attention of the President of Mexico that the employment of ruthless submarine warfare now promises to compel Britain to make peace in a few months. Signed, Zimmermann, in Wilson's hands. This document has been in the hands of the government since President Wilson broke off diplomatic relations with Germany. It has been kept secret while the President has been asking Congress for full authority to deal with Germany. And while Congress has been hesitant, it has been in the President's hands while Chancellor von Bethmann-Hollweg was declaring that the United States had placed an interpretation of the submarine declaration never intended by Germany, and that Germany had promoted and honored friendly relations with the United States as an heirloom from Frederick the Great. Of itself, if there were no other, it is considered a sufficient answer to the German Chancellor's plan that the United States brusquely broke off relations with Germany without authentic reasons for its actions. The missing link. The document supplies the missing link to many separate chains of circumstances which until now have seemed to lead to no definite point. It sheds new light upon the frequently reported but identifiable movements of the Mexican government to couple its situation with the friction between the United States and Japan. It adds another chapter to the celebrated report of Jules Cambon, French ambassador in Berlin before the war, of Germany's worldwide plans for stirring strife on every continent where they might aid her in the struggle for world domination, which he dreamed was close at hand. It adds a climax to the operations of Count von Bernstorff and the German embassy in this country, which have been colored with passport frauds, charges of dynamite plots and intrigue, the full extent of which never has been published. Sub-bases in Mexico. It gives new credence to persistent reports of submarine bases in Mexican territory on the Gulf of Mexico. It takes cognizance of a fact long ago recognized by American Army chiefs that if Japan ever undertook to invade the United States, it probably would be through Mexico, over the border and into the Mississippi Valley to split the country in two. It recalls that Count von Bernstorff, when handed his passports, was very reluctant to return to Germany, but expressed a preference for asylum in Cuba. It gives a new explanation to the repeated arrests on the border of men charged by American military authorities with being German intelligence agents. Last of all, it seems to show a connection with General Carranza's recent proposal to neutrals that exports of food and munitions to the Entente allies be cut off, and an intimation that he might stop the supply of oil so vital to the British Army, which is exported from the Tampico fields. What will Congress do? What Congress will do and how members of Congress who openly have sympathized with Germany in their opposition to clothing the president with full authority to protect American rights will regard the revelation of Germany's machinations to attack the United States is the subject tonight of the keenest interest. Such a proposal, as Germany instructed her minister to make to Mexico, borders on an act of war, if actually it is not one. Bernstorff's connection with the plot, further than serving as the channel of communication, is intensified by the fact that the German embassy here was not merely the medium of delivering a message in this instance, but was really a sort of headquarters for all the German missions in Central and South America. The German naval attaché, Captain Boyet, and the military attaché, Captain von Papen, whose recall was forced by the State Department because of their military activities in this country, also were accredited to Mexico, and between the outbreak of the war and their departure from this country, made at least one visit there. German agents found. It has been an open secret to the Department of Justice agents in their investigations of plots to violate American neutrality by setting off front armed expeditions in Mexico more than once, have uncovered what appear to be trails of the German Secret Service. A few days ago, Fred Kaiser, suspected of being a German agent, was arrested at Nogales on charges brought under the neutrality statute. Agents declaring he had attempted to obtain military information on the American side of the border. The Society of American Army Officers with an apparent intention of promoting these efforts. End of today's news.